Crystal. Where did you put it? Where did you put my Harry Styles shirt? I yell and stormed across my room into my younger sister's. She has been getting on my nerves lately. Ever since I told her I didn't want a grand party for my 19th year celebration. Just go with our traditional celebration and find my mate. I slammed the door open to reveal an empty room. Where is that little piece of shit? Serene, come downstairs right now. My mom voice yells from downstairs and I groan before leaving my sister's room. She is so lucky I didn't trash it. I am going to a concert and I really need to wear that freaking shirt. And before you can ask, yes, I am crazy about Harry Styles and I am his biggest #1 fan. Also, yes, we are allowed to mingle with humans as long as we mask our scent. Our biggest enemies are the vampires. They have been vandalizing our pack borders lately. The witches are cooler than them. Our Alpha has been trying to protect us as much as possible. Speaking of Alpha, he is the first person I see when I descended the last stairs. Sitting down in all glory, his man-spreading and strong thighs. He is the most handsome man alive, strong, chiseled jawline, pointed firm nose, prettiest and brightest green eyes ever. His pink beautiful full lips that can do unimaginable things to a girl, is now set into a thin line. He is frowning as usual, never smiling, always having a blank face. Beside him was his beta, Darius, also having a blank face but a little bit relaxed. Serene, come sit down and stop standing there like a moron. And what are you wearing? My dearest brother, Caden says. I blush when I realize I was dressed like a homeless person, baggy top and loose sweatpants. My face even turned redder when I realized everyone was looking at me now. Crystal was smirking. Sorry, I squeaked and secretly gave my brother the middle finger before taking my seat beside my dad. He was the former beta of the pack to Alpha Eli, before he retired and his son Alpha Xander took control. So as I was saying, Serene will meet you on the night of her birthday, that is this coming Saturday, before mingling with the other men, Dad says. Yeah, I forgot about that. Alpha Xander hasn't found his mate yet since he turned 18, 7 years ago. So every year, all the female unmated wolves meet him in person on the night of their birthday before meeting anyone else. Thinking about that brings butterflies to my stomach. I have been in love with him ever since I reached puberty, but not once has he looked my way. Rumor has it that he has been secretly seeing my younger sister. But I don't believe it, he wouldn't be with someone underage. Although it isn't a crime here, people find their mates as early as 16. The consent age here is 17. No judging, but no, he wouldn't do that. And my sister is 18, well, she turned 18 a week ago. That would be perfect. I'll be taking my leave now. We need to check the borders again, he says, his baritone voice ringing across the room and my body. Stop staring at him like that, you'll drool, my sister whispers in my ears. Fuck off, Crystal. I'm already mad at you for stealing my shirt. Dad and the Alpha talk for a while before he leaves, but not before glancing behind him and his eyes fall on mine, but it quickly leaves as it comes and it moves to my sister's. His eyes soften and he smiles a little at her. No. I am just imagining it. So how is the preparation for the birthday going, my best friend? Tasha asks. You know Crystal has everything covered. She is doing all the planning, I just need to be there for the rituals. I shrug and close my locker. We began to walk down the hall. Sometimes I pity you, my friend, you have no backbone, you need to stand up for yourself. This is your birthday, not hers, she says. I don't really care, I just want to find my mate and go to college like everyone else, I tell her. You wouldn't love that when you have a baby, she says. Tasha is 2 years behind in school. She found her mate before her final year of high school and fell pregnant immediately. She had to drop out and take care of the children and then return 2 years later. But you are okay. Faye has been helping you out, I say, referring to her husband. Yeah, he is a goddess sent, she says, and just then the bell rings. I'll see you at basketball practice, she says, and we parted ways into our various classes. Oh shit, I left my phone in my car. I groaned and walked back out of the car. I retrieved my phone and was about to leave when a rattle from the forest startled me. Who is there? I asked with confidence I didn't have. I walked closer to ready to call for help if it was dangerous, by that I mean cunning vampires. I entered the shallow forest and the noise seems to be moving forward. I need to alert my brother. I immediately shifted into my gray wolf. I haven't been able to talk to her since I shifted when I was 16. Dad said we'll hear them when we turn 19. Bones cracked and finally I was in my wolf form. Fuck, this hurt. 2 years and I still can't handle the pain. I sprint toward the moving sound, but it disappears after a few minutes. I stopped in my tracks realizing I just fucked up. Oh shit. What is wrong with me? Why didn't I just call my brother? I tried to get in touch with him, but nothing came. Oh freaking shit. I am out of our borders. My limbs begin to shake when I hear rattling again. This is how it ends, Serene. You didn't get to kiss Alphazander, and you are about to die. I am sorry, Mom and Dad. Please forgive me. Who are you and what do you want in my territory? A strong yet very familiar voice says. I turned around so fast I thought I teleported. There he was, standing there was Alphazander, in nothing but sweatpants, that was hanging low on his waist. His V-line disappears into the pants. He looks so yummy right with his glistening body. Shift, he commands, and I did without a thought. Maybe I should have thought about it because now I am naked in front of him. Oh fuck. He curses under his breath and turns around. What are you doing here? Are you trying to get yourself killed? He yells before throwing me a shirt. I put it on immediately and he faces me again. His face raging in anger. I thought. He cut me off. Get out of here. I don't want you near this ground anymore. Do you understand? He says in his alpha tone, making me kneel. Yes, Alpha. I mutter before walking away. Asshole. Saturday. Happy birthday to you, happy birthday little princess, happy birthday to you, my mom sang, waking me up from the bed. I am finally 19 years old. I am finally legal in my home, I am off age now. I can get into clubs now. Thank you, Mom, I smile at her, always honoring our birthday tradition. That is waking up to a birthday song in bed. Blow your candle, princess, she says, and I take the little cupcake with the number 18 candle on top. I blow it and she claps her hands excitedly. Now, freshen up and get ready, we have a lot to do today. Your brother and sister are already done, she says, and I nodded. I freshened up and stood in front of the mirror for a while staring at my reflection. Yep, the changes happened immediately. It struck midnight this dawn. My boob has become bigger than the actual size, my waist has become slimmer and I have grown a little bit taller. I'll say 5 feet 9 inches. Normal average werewolf height. Wow, I really look like a woman. I just hope I find my mate today. Of course we will, someone says, and I got startled. Who the fuck is that? Did Crystal get in my head again? No, silly, I am your wolf, the soft female voice says again, and I sigh in relief. Oh wow, this is better than I expected. I can't believe I am able to finally talk to you, I say excitedly. Me too. My name is Averia, but you can call me Ria, she says. Nice to meet you, Averia. I am Serene, but you can me Renee, I tell her, and she wiggles her tail in excitement. We are going to have some fun today, she says, and goes back to the back of my head. I changed into a black denim jeans and brown off-the-shoulder top. I curled my hair and applied a little bit of makeup. I made my way downstairs for breakfast and we went to the mall for the day. The entire day was shopped and bought all kinds of girly stuff for the birthday celebration. Our last stop was at the gown shop, and I picked the prettiest gown ever. We then got our hair and nails done before going back home to set everything up. By the time evening came, everything was ready and set. I just got out of the shower, my dress hanging beautifully in my room, along with the family necklace. My phone suddenly rings. I answered immediately when I saw Tasha's name. Sup, girl? I say into the phone. Serene, I need your help. My car broke down in the middle of the woods near the mall. Can you come and pick me up, she says hurriedly. Oh, that place is dangerous. Okay, I'll be there in 15 minutes, I tell her and hang up. I immediately put on a black romper and grabbed my car keys. Left through the window because Mama would be pissed if I don't get to see the Alpha before the party. Which I am going to miss, by the way. Serene, where have you been? My mom scolds, looking at me and Tasha in anger. I went to pick up Tasha, Mom. She was stranded. I am sorry, I told her. You'll kill me one day. Hurry up and change, there is around. I haven't heard anything yet. You can join the party, you'll see him there, Mom says, and I nodded. Tasha and Mom took me upstairs and helped me dress. My dress was a corset off-the-shoulder dress. I pair it with silver heels and matching jewelry. You look beautiful, my darling. May the moon goddess bless you with a good mate, she blesses me. Thank you, Mother, I replied. Come on, let's go and enjoy your party, Tasha says happily. After all the rituals were done on the ceremony grounds, the party began, and we started mingling with the others. My wolf has been giddy ever since we started mingling, and I know something is up. Mate. I can smell him. I can smell it, mate. Can we go to him? She says, wiggling her tail. Are you sure he is here? I asked. Yes. Now go to him. She yells, and I follow her directions. The sweet scent of mint and wood fills my nostrils as I walk through the rose bush. What would he be doing here? I stopped when I heard muffled voices. How can it be her? You have to reject her. I am the one for you. You love me. Someone cries. Wait, is it Crystal? I know it isn't that easy, but I'll do it. I love you, and nothing else will come between us, the man whispers. Mate is here. Follow the scent. Rhea yells at me. As much as I want to know who my sister is talking to, I need to find my mate. I walked around the bush and stopped in my tracks when I saw two people kissing. Mate. That is mate. But mate is with another woman. Mate is hurting us, Rhea says, reflecting on our emotions. Mate. I whisper, my eyes beginning to glow bright yellow. Rhea wants to come out. Mate. A very well-known voice says. The couple broke apart, and if I didn't want to faint before, I want to faint now. Alpha Xander is my mate, and he is kissing my sister. My younger fucking sister. I stepped back a little as everything dawned on me. The rumors are true, it has been her. It always has been her. Mate is hurting us. I can't talk to Mate's wolf. He is blocking us, Rhea cries in my head. Why would you do this? How can you do this, Xander? What did I ever do to you? I yell, about to attack him, but he is in front of her within seconds, protecting her. He is choosing her over us. Stay down, Serene. This has nothing to do with your sister. I am sorry you had to find out this way, he says calmly. Okay, I am going to forget everything. Let's just go, Alpha, I say simply, trying to control my anger. You don't get it, Serene. I can't be with you. I am in love with her, and I plan on marrying her and making her my Luna, he says. Wait, what? What is that supposed to mean? I am your mate. You can't reject me, Alpha. I might die, I say, my eyes shining with tears. Rejection is a shame and disgrace upon one's family and herself. It is also painful, and given he is an alpha, I might die. I am sorry, but it is a risk I am willing to take, he says, and I think I might die before the rejection. Why her? Am I not good enough for you? I whisper, feeling Rhea's wail. I am sorry, but you are not the one for me, he says. I know what he is about to do next. I am the one for you. The moon goddess chose me, not her. I cry, tears cascading down my face. She chose wrongly, he says with finality. Please, Alpha. I, Alpha Xander McLean, reject you, Serene Gunn, as my mate and Luna, he says. And I scream as I feel something break within me. Rhea wails in agony. Then everything goes black. I woke up with a splitting headache. What the heck happened? Oh Serene, I am so glad you're awake. You gave us a scare, Mom says, rushing to my side. She places a cup of water down and sits beside my bed. What happened? I ask groggily. I don't know, Alpha Xander brought you unconscious. He said he found you in the bush unresponsive. The doctor said it might be a rogue attack. I am just glad you are okay, she hugs me. Attacked? My bedroom door opens again, my eyes meet hers, and that is when everything starts coming back. Crystal and Alpha Xander. They were kissing. Him choosing her over me. The rejection. A various pain. Rhea, I called out to her. Yeah, her weak voice responds. What is wrong? Are you okay? I ask worriedly. I am trying to be strong for us. I am dying by any minute. I need mate, she whimpers weakly. He rejected us, Rhea, I almost yelled at her. She whimpers in pain and retreats to the back of my head. Oh Serene, I am so glad you are okay, Crystal says and rushes to climb my bed. She takes my hands into hers, and I immediately pull away as if she burned me. She did burn me. In the worst way possible. Don't touch me, I glared at her. Serene. Don't be rude to your little sister. You don't know how much she has cried for you, Mom scolds and walks into my bathroom. Did you tell them the truth? She asks worriedly. How can I do that if I just woke up? You already know Mom is going to know her little daughter is a two-faced whore and mate stealer, I tell her. Don't call me that. I loved Xander way before he even became the alpha. Don't pretend I didn't notice how you looked at him, I knew you also liked him, but I was too deep to let him go. I am sorry this happened, but nothing can be done about it, she says. A lot of things can be done about it. You can find your own mate and leave mine alone. You are so young, Crystal, it will be very odd for you to find before your 19th birthday. I tell her. I can't, she whispers. Why can't you? I asked. I am sorry, Serene, but I can't. I am already carrying Xander's child, she says, and my face falls and my heart drops. What? What? How can you do that? Why will you do that to me? Does Mom know about any of this? You are only 18 fucking years old. I asked, my voice was full of anger. No. Keep your fucking voice down. Mom doesn't know about it. We were planning on telling them once your birthday was over and you weren't his mate. We didn't know this would happen. I know I am young, but I love him and you won't stop me. My age is a rightful age to find a mate. A lot of wolves are married at my age. She says. Shut up, Crystal. I can't believe you are even my sister. You being my sister doesn't mean I forgive you. You hurt me so much. I hate that. You two are so horrible, you plan on sending me away. I yell at her. Keep it down, Serene, Mom will hear you. I am sorry that this has to happen, but nothing could be done about it, she keeps on saying that. Why do you keep saying that? I shout in anger. Because Alpha and Dad spoke this morning. Our wedding date has been set. We have already announced our engagement, she says, and I feel like the walls are closing in on me. My mom walks out of the bathroom with my dirty laundry. What, Mom, is it true? Is Crystal getting married? I ask, tears well up in my eyes. Oh yes, I forgot to tell you that. Alpha Xander is her mate after all, and we have already given them our blessings. The wedding will be on the next full moon. I can't believe it took Wolf so long to figure out my youngest daughter is his mate, Mom says and walks out with the laundry. I am sorry, Serene. You need to accept his rejection. I love him, my sister says and stands up, leaving me in a sobbing mess. I can feel Rhea wallowing in pain. I am so sorry I disappointed you, Rhea, I whispered, and she responded with a whimper. Later in the afternoon, the PAC doctor came to check on me and said I was fine but would heal with time. Something tells me he knows what is going on but has been made to keep quiet. I didn't leave the room until 6 p.m. when my brother came to call me downstairs for dinner. I stopped in my tracks when I spotted 4 foreigners in the room. Alpha Xander, Beta Darius, Alpha Eli, and Luna Nara. Serene, my oh my, I am sorry for what happened. I hope those rogues are caught and dealt with, Luna Nara says and gives me a hug. Luna. Alpha Eli, I bow to them. Alpha and Luna are here to help us with the wedding preparation. We are going to be a family after all, Dad says, and they chuckle. At that moment, I wish I hadn't raised my head. Alpha Xander has his hands wrapped around my sister's waist, and she is hugging his side with her head on his torso. That is wonderful. I think I am going to go for a walk. The doctor said I need it, I tell them. Nonsense, you can go for a walk tomorrow, Mom says. Yes, sis, I need you here since you are going to be my maid of honor, my sister says with a sweet smile. Sure, why not? I went back to my seat, and the dinner began. The following weeks were torture. I watched as my sister and Xander paraded around the village as if nothing happened. I always tried to keep Rhea under control every time we were around him. He practically ignored our presence. I sometimes wondered how he kept his wolf under control, or if he too was in love with Sansa, my sister's wolf. She found out on her 17th birthday. She was an early bloomer. But today seals my fate. The night of the full moon is tonight, which means my sister's wedding is today. The house has been quiet, but I stayed in my room. It is bad enough to watch your mate with another woman, but also to stand by their side as they make a complete fool out of you. That night, I watched them get married and perform the rituals. That night, I felt him mark her, and I nearly died. A part of me was lost. The next morning, I catch up to talk to him before he leaves for their honeymoon. Alpha. I am not here to beg anymore. I just need one favor for my wolf. I need to talk to Atlas, I say, and he nods without a thought. Seconds later, his eyes start glowing bright yellow, almost golden. To what do I owe the pleasure? He says, his voice deep and thunderous. I want to know if you are aware of his rejection, I say. Yes, little mate. I am already bonded to Sansa, and I love her. I am sorry this had to happen. Tell Averia I am really sorry, he says, and something in me dies. Okay. Can I speak to Xander now? I say, and he nods. A few seconds later, Xander comes back. Do you have your answer now? He says softly. Yes, I let out a breath and look him straight in the eyes. I, Serene Gun, accept your rejection, I say, and he stumbles back a little. He looks at me in shock and surprise, as if he didn't expect me to accept it. I turn and walk away from him and everything that has to do with him. They left for their honeymoon, and I return to my routine. I grow thinner and weaker with each passing day, and Mom is beginning to worry. I always tell her I am fine, but I know deep down she can feel my pain. Today, she sent me on an errand. She asked me to pick up my dad's birthday cake from the pack house. I can't believe 2 months have already passed, and Dad is celebrating his birthday again. Crystal will be back today with exciting news, as Mom said. This place is awfully quiet today. Most of the time, the pack house is noisy as hell. I picked up my dad's cake and made my way out, but stopped in my tracks when I saw Beta Darius entering the house. Serene. What a lovely surprise, he says with an awfully wide smile. Beta Darius. I was just on my way out. I came to pick up my dad's gift. Oh, you can't just leave like that. Come on, let's have a drink, he says, stepping closer to me. I don't think that is a good idea. My mom is waiting for me, I tell him. Oh, it's just a drink, Serene. I don't bite, he says softly, and I sigh. Okay, fine, but only one, I say, and he nods. He leads the way into the pack bar and goes behind the counter. What can I get you, my lady? He smiles. A shot of tequila, raw, I say, sitting on the stool. Wow. Anything the matter? He asks. Just life, I shrug. He turns to face me a few seconds later and hands over the shot to me. Tell me about it. He raises his glass, and so do I. I take the shot in one go. Want another? He asks, and I nodded. Before I realized it, I was on my 4th shot and drunk out of my mind. Serene, has anyone told you how beautiful you are? Those pretty brown eyes are just like the earth, he says. Okay, this is my clue to leave. I need to mind link my brother to come pick me up. I think I should. Leave, I slur my words and hiccup. Not yet, Serene. You know, you really fascinate me. I really fancy you. You've been on my mind lately, with those soft pink lips. He says, his fingers trailing my bottom lip. I swing my head to the side and try to stand up but lose my balance and almost fall down, but he holds me against him. I can feel his groin against me. Please let me go. My mom is waiting for me, I beg. I can't do that. I really need to feel you against me, he says and kisses my neck. I try to hit him, but he is stronger and bigger than me. An idea comes into my head. Don't even try to mind link anyone. It isn't going to work. The drink you just had shut off all your senses. You are mine tonight, Serene, he says, and now I break down in tears. Please, 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 don't do this to me. I am begging you, I plead. But everything falls on deaf ears when I feel him rip off my shirt. He pushes me onto the floor and continues his assault. I try to fight, I really do, but it is all in vain. That day, he took away my innocence, my dignity, my pride. I lost myself that day. Are you okay, Serene? My brother asks for second time today. Yes, I am fine, I tell him quietly. Are you sure? Something is off with you, he says, looking at me skeptically. I am fine, I say, and he kept quiet and we continue to finish the decorations. Minutes later the house was full with guests and friends. My sister and Xander had arrived and they looked so happy and cozy. I smile sadly, I am going to really miss them once I am out of this place. I hope Mom and Dad will forgive me for being a disappointment. We have an announcement. Everyone please gather around, Dad announces. Everyone moved forward, but I remained behind. My nightmare was with them, he stood there as if he wasn't a monster. Thank you all for making it to my birthday party. As much as it is my birthday, I like to announce this, I got the greatest gift today. My daughter and her husband, Alpha Xander, are expecting their first child, my first grandchild and the future alpha of this pack, my dad says happily. That was it for me. I had enough reason to go on with my decision. No one will miss me. My family is happy without me. I smile sadly and slowly retreat back to my room. I take a pen and paper and write an apology letter for my parents and brother. I pack up a few things and my savings. I jump through my window and run through the woods. Once I can't feel the connection with my family anymore, I stop. We'll be okay, Rhea. No one can hurt us again, I tell my wolf. Okay, she says weakly. I, Serene Gunn, daughter of Beta Zach Gunn, cut ties off with the White Moon Pack, I say, and feel all links with the pack break. I shift into my wolf form and run into the woods. I hope a better life awaits me. 10 years later. I walk into my kitchen, well, not just my kitchen. I share it with my roommate, Marcus. We live in a penthouse in the heart of London. He is also my best friend. He reminds me so much of Tasha. I really miss her, but I couldn't keep in touch with her. I wonder how she is now. How many children does she have? Did she become the real estate agent she always wanted to be? So many thoughts, but I shut them off. Thinking about the past brings nothing but pain. It is my past, and that is where it will remain. Good morning, Princess, Marcus's deep voice says from behind me. Good morning, Prince Charming. I am about to make breakfast. Pancakes? I ask. Sure. He smiles and walks over to the coffee machine, but kisses me on the cheek before. For a British man, he does love coffee more than tea. Are you ready for your biggest breakthrough? He asks. More than ready, but a little nervous, I tell him. That's normal. I need to leave very early today to check out the venue before the show starts. Everything has to be perfect, Gary must take the deal, he says with determination. Thank you so much. I don't know what my life would have been like if I hadn't met you. I love you so much, I say, hugging him tightly. You also found me at my weakest point. You pulled me out of the dark pit and brought life back to me. I should be the one grateful, he says, kissing my forehead and hugging me tighter. It is true. The day I met Marcus, 8 years ago, he was on the verge of ending his life. I saved him that day, and he also saved me. Marcus is an orphan who has been through hell in life. Moving from one foster home to another, he was abused and mistreated. The day I found him, he had been robbed by a gang. They took everything, his life savings, all he owned, leaving him with nothing. I had just arrived in London and was looking for a cheap hotel to stay in when I found him standing on the railing of a bridge. He jumped off. I jumped after him, rescued him, took him to the hospital, and stayed with him until he woke up. From there, we became inseparable. We lived in a shelter in London while working and going to school. Sometimes, we slept on empty stomachs as we saved up enough to rent a place and pay our tuition. 2 years later, we were finally able to move into our own small apartment. It wasn't big, but we made it work. We turned it into our home. After college, I opened a small clothing shop, and Marcus started promoting it. Month after month, it became popular and well known. We were finally able to move into a bigger apartment and open a larger fashion house. I told Marcus the truth about me and my kind. I warned him to stay away from me during my heat period. At first, he thought it was ridiculous, until I shifted in front of him and let him talk to Avaria, who, I must say, is stronger than ever. We fought hard through life, battled against the odds, and now we stand at the brink of our biggest breakthrough. You saved me, and I am forever grateful, he says. You saved me too, I tell him. I finish breakfast, and we eat together while going through the event lineup for our runway show this evening. My dream came true, I finally became a designer and a model. Marcus is my manager. Tonight, I am making my biggest debut, one that will secure me the most significant contract ever with Colin House, a well-known production company. Looking back at who I was before today, I can say that I am proud of my achievements. 10 years ago, I left home and became a lone wolf, wandering the streets of New York, homeless and met with countless misfortunes. I worked from restaurant to restaurant, saving enough to finally leave the USA. 2 years later, I did, and here I am, living my best life. Miss Gunn, over here. The paparazzi call as cameras click and flashes go off everywhere. I walk backstage after taking pictures to check on my models. Everything is ready, serene. I'm taking the lead. Good luck, Marcus says and kisses my forehead. He walks away and takes the stage. I don't know what I would do without him. People think we are dating, but no, we've never even tried. He is like an older brother to me, and I am his little sister. Besides, I know he is secretly seeing the librarian down the street. 2 hours later, the show is finally over, and I am standing with Marcus and the CEO of Colin. This is mind-blowing, Miss Gunn. I can't believe I didn't notice this before. I'll send over the contract to you. I look forward to working with you, he says, shaking my hand. We did it. I tell Marcus excitedly as soon as the man walks away. We need to celebrate. I'll call Hamson to make a reservation, he says. Well, you can call Kiara to join us, I tease, and he chokes on his drink. I walk away before he can deny it. Cheers to us, for a good life and an even better one ahead, I say as we toast. We ended up making a big reservation for everyone to join us. We drank until dawn before Marcus drove us back to our penthouse. By we, I mean Marcus, his little Kiara fling, and me. She is the only woman who hasn't left him, despite his temper and dismissal ways. She is good woman and I try to convince Marcus to see that, she is the only one who doesn't see me as a threat. He made sure I was comfortable before leaving me alone in my room. In the darkness, alone with my nightmares. Don't go there. You are stronger than him now, stronger than any of them. You are safe here. We are safe here. No one can hurt us anymore, Rhea says. I know. I woke up extra early today because there was a lot to do at work, hiring and signing new models, photo shoots for Vogue magazine, which came in yesterday, and taking calls from new clients overseas. Not to mention the grand openings of my new shops in France and Italy. I am so glad we Kiara, she is one of the biggest influencers and she has been helping with our social media promotions. Marcus was right, this was our biggest breakthrough, and we needed to work hard to keep it going. Colin had just started shooting a new blockbuster movie, and thank God my designs were ready to be used. I took a shower and dressed in a green summer dress and flats. We were in the middle of spring, and the weather was a little chilly. I looked out through the glass walls. The clouds were dark and foggy, signaling that it might rain at any moment. I stepped into the kitchen to see Marcus already up, sorting through some files and papers. Good morning, Prince Charming, I said, kissing his cheek and picking up my coffee. Morning, Princess. How was your sleep? He asked. The usual, I shrugged, and he sighed. He knew I didn't sleep a wink because of my nightmares. He was about to say something when the doorbell rang. Are you expecting anyone? I asked. Nope, Kiara isn't available until Sunday. You? He said, and I shook my head. Wait here. I'll check it out, he said, standing up. This place was the safest place ever. No one could trespass without alerting security. I stood by the table, looking through Marcus's files when a very familiar scent filled my nostrils. Honey and wet sand. I looked outside. Lightning began to strike, yet there was no rain. Okay, maybe I was just imagining it. Honey, can you come here for a second? Marcus called out. The only reason he called me like that was if a stranger was here. I placed the files down and walked over to him. I stopped in my tracks as the scent grew stronger, and with my reflexes, I was in front of Marcus in an instant. I wasn't imagining it. My brother was here. He stood in front of me, his expression a mix of relief and worry. Serene, he whispered, as if he couldn't believe I was real. What are you doing here, Caden? How did you find me? I hissed angrily. Is that really what you're asking me after all these years? Do you know how long we've been looking for you? How much we've tried? He demanded. My brother looked older, his long hair tied in a bun. He was even bigger than I expected. I didn't ask you to search for me, Caden. How the heck did you find me? I hissed. You're not really hiding anymore, Serene. You're a public figure now. Word spreads quickly, he said, his eyes shifting behind me. And who is this? He's in most of your pictures, he asked curiously. I am her husband, Marcus said, pulling me closer to his chest. I gave him a small smile before looking back at my brother, whose face was frozen in shock. His eyes flickered to my ring finger, and his confusion deepened when he saw nothing there. Wife, huh? Does he know who you really are? Caden smirked, his eyes beginning to glow. Back away, wolf boy. No need to show me your wolf, Marcus smirked back, making Caden step back in surprise. Of course he knows. He's my husband, after all, I said, resting my head against Marcus's chest. What are you doing here, Caden? I asked after a moment. He sighed, his expression softening. The alpha wants you back home, he said. Tell him I said no. I am no longer part of his pack. That's not why I'm here. Mama isn't well. She's sick, Serene, and we're afraid we might lose her. She's requesting your presence, he said, and my heart clenched. My papa was sick. What? What's wrong with her? I asked. We don't know, he admitted. Mama has become a ghost of herself. A lot has happened since you left, Serene. My stomach twisted. And Papa? I finally asked. At the mere mention of his name, Caden's face broke. He's dead, Serene. He died in a car accident with another pack warrior, while coming back home from a meeting from the neighboring pack. They both died on the spot. Nothing has been the same since then. That's why you need to come back, Serene, he said, his eyes pleading. I stared at him, my heart in turmoil. I need to think about it, I said in a small voice. Think about what, Serene? Papa is dead. Mama needs you now more than ever. You've been selfish long enough, don't you think? His words stung like a slap. You don't know what you're talking about, Caden. You have no idea what I've been through, I hissed. Oh. Then tell me what you've been through because right now, I don't see it, he snapped. I nearly clawed his eyes out. I had to remind Rhea that he was our brother. Get out. Get out now, I said, my voice low and dangerous. Please, Serene, come with me before anything else happens, he urged, his tone shifting. I frowned. What did he mean by anything else? No. I wouldn't fall for his tricks. I won't say it again. Leave. You heard my wife, Marcus said coldly. Leave before I call security and have you arrested. Believe me, this human world is nothing like the wolf world. Caden clenched his jaw, then exhaled sharply. Fine. I'm leaving, not because of what you said, but because I did my best to convince you. Don't say I didn't warn you, he said, staring into my eyes. Then, before I could react, he was gone. How dare they? After so many years, he had the audacity to come here. But Papa is dead. I love my Papa, no matter what. No. Don't even think about going back to that place because I won't let you, Marcus said firmly. But my Papa. My Papa is dead, Marcus. My Papa. I didn't even get to say goodbye. My Papa, I cried into his chest. Don't worry. We'll figure something out. But I won't let you leave. Not ever, he said protectively. Okay, but we need to double security. My brother was here, and I know more will come. Especially him, I said, referring to my nightmare, my monster. No one is going to hurt you. Not as long as I'm here, Marcus vowed, pulling me closer. But I knew this wasn't the end. Ever since my brother left my penthouse, I've had an uneasy feeling inside me. It's as if I'm being followed. For instance, when I was on the red carpet with Marcus at the launch of our new lingerie designs, one of the photographers looked oddly familiar. I could have sworn I'd met him somewhere before, but maybe it was just paranoia. There's also always someone, an unknown figure, lurking on our security cameras. Marcus says I'm overthinking things, but I'm just being careful. My life is finally starting to take shape, to have real meaning, and I won't let anything, or anyone, take that away from me. I can't afford to lose myself again. Today is one of the days I take a walk around the block. It also marks the 10th anniversary of losing my baby boy. People might call me awful or a bad mother, but a part of me is glad he left this world. I wouldn't have hated him, I would have loved him so much. Even though he wasn't conceived the right way, he was still my son, a part of me. I would have cherished him. He died in my arms at the hospital the moment he was born. He was premature, with many complications, weak lungs, jaundice, an acute respiratory disorder. He wasn't meant to be. I buried him by a calm riverside. Marcus knows about this, and during this time every year, he gives me space. Today, he's attending all our meetings and will be home by 3 p.m. I plan to do some grocery shopping and then head back. You'll always be in my heart, Frosty. He had tiny white strands of hair on his body when he was born, which is why I gave him that name. Marcus, I'm home. I sing as I open the door to our penthouse. Silence. I close the door gently behind me. He should be here by now. I remove my coat and hang it on the rack. His coat is here. So are his shoes. He must be asleep. Marcus. I call again, making my way to the living room. The moment I step in, I scream. Marcus is lying on the floor, his throat slit, blood pooling around him. Oh my God. I rush to his side, pressing my hands against his wound. I rip off my scarf and tie it around his neck to slow the bleeding, but it soaks through instantly. I check his pulse, it's there, but faint. Oh God, who did this to you? I cry. I call an ambulance. They arrive within minutes and rush him to the hospital. He's taken straight into surgery. 9 hours pass before I get any news. The headlines are already all over us. I have to get extra security. Now, I'm sitting by Marcus's bedside, watching his face. His girlfriend will be here any minute, and then I can go home and change. The police are investigating, but deep down, I already know who did this. My phone pings, startling me. It's a message from an unknown number. End it, or else he won't be lucky next time. Only one person would threaten Marcus's life. Xander. My brother must given him feedback on what he saw. That bastard. 2 days later, Marcus is finally awake, and already threatening to kill Xander. Don't worry, Mark. I'm just glad you're okay, I tell him, brushing his hair lightly. I'm worried. What if they come after you next? We need to do something, he insists. I already have. We'll be moving to Paris as soon as you're well enough to travel. I've prepared everything, I assure him. Okay. That will do for now, he says, nodding. I leave Marcus's room to grab lunch, then return immediately. The moment I open the door, I stop in my tracks. 3 men surround his bed. 2 are familiar. The third is a stranger. Who are you? I demanded, my eyes glow yellow in warning. My name is Beta Zach. This is Warrior Fred and Anil from the White Moon Pack, the tallest one says. What do you want from me? I'm no longer part of that pack, I say, frustration seeping into my voice. The Alpha wants you back. Immediately, Zach states coldly. Or he dies. He presses a knife against Marcus's stitched throat. Please, let him go, I plead. No can do. Either you leave with us, or we kill him and drag you back. Your choice. I glare at him, my hands curling into fists. Fine. If I go with you, will you let him go? I ask. Zach nods. Fine. I'll go with you. They release Marcus. And the moment they let their guard down, I snap Anil's neck, killing him instantly. This is a message for your alpha, I snarl at Zach. Tell him never to touch anyone I love again. Now leave. Take the body with you. We're leaving tomorrow morning. Zach glares at me but doesn't argue. He takes Anil's body and walks away. Are you sure about this? I ask Marcus for the 11th time since we boarded the plane. Yes. I'm not letting you face that narcissistic alpha alone, he says firmly. A low growl comes from the back of the plane, followed by sneers. I roll my eyes and lean back in my seat. No one disrespects the alpha in front of the pack members. After hours of flying, and Marcus making sure to annoy Zach and Fred every chance he gets, we finally arrive in the U.S. Our pack is in Connecticut, hidden deep within the forests. 2 cars are waiting for us. The drive takes us through the city, then onto a forest path. And the moment we cross into pack territory, I feel it. The connection. I'm home.